Hello, welcome again. Today, our topic is rig organizational structure. What are the different positions are in the rig, chain of command, and what are the salary for the different positions. So let's proceed to the next slide. It is a very clear and crystal picture of a rig floor. Now, friends, this is a very clear structure of a rig for all the positions. The most senior person in the rig is this rig manager, and in offshore this position is called OIM, Offshore Installation Manager. Below this we have tool pusher and night tool pusher. Tool pusher works in a day shift, and NTP, night tool pusher, works in night shift. Below this there is a driller, and after the driller there is a position that's called assistant driller. Assistant driller is also called AD. After that, in this structure, we have a Derrickman. Below the Derrickman, there is a Floorman, and after the Floorman, Roustabout. Roustabout is the entry-level job of a rig. And we have a rig HSC also. We also say him drilling safety officer. There is one mud engineer whose responsibilities are involved related to mud management. We have chief mechanic in the rig, and mechanic, and chief electrician for all the electrical operations, and electrician. We have one rig medic in the rig, which is a very important role that is related to all the first aid in injury and medical related issues, and material man in a rig. Somewhere it is called drilling storekeeper. So it's a very clear and comprehensive structure of a rig. What are the different positions exist in the rig? Now, the most senior person in the rig is rig manager. The rig manager is in charge of rig and all operations. Rig manager sometimes is also called tool pusher. Essentially supervises all the staff on the oil rig, as well as the drilling activities and equipment. And he has to focus on the safety issues as well. And here is written rig manager, sometimes also called the tool pusher. Why? Because in the main rigs there is no rig manager position. So the tool pusher is the responsible person. He has to do all the jobs. Actually, he will be the responsible for that. And the salary what I will share here, I will discuss here, it's not the fixed, because the salary will vary. It may be different because it depends on in which company you work, or in which country you work. So this is a general salary standard. So the rig manager, the salary range is around 6,000 to 8,000 USD per hitch per month for per 28 days. Then tool pusher and NTP. Tool pusher is in charge of all operations. Tool pusher has to ensure all the requirement documents, equipment, OEM stands for here original equipment manufacturer certificate for the every equipment. Third party inspection certificate, crew training certificates are available at the rig site before this part is going to be started. And the salary range may be for the TP will be 4,500 USD to 6,000 USD. Then the driller. Driller is a very important role in the rig. Is responsible for the assembling, drilling tools and connecting sections of the drill pipe, and operating the machinery that raises and lowers the drill string and bit. He has to operate the traveling block and draw works. So he's a very responsible job. He has to look after about the readings in his driller console, about the weight and bit, and the speed of the rotation of the drill string. And his salary may be 2,800 USD to 4,000 USD. And assistant driller, AD. Assistant driller is in operation of the rig and equipment when needed, and make sure all the duties delegated by driller for crew members are carried out and safely and quickly as possible, attending and participating in all the safety meetings and drills, and reporting all the incidents and incident to the tool pusher and safety. And his salary is range is 1,500 to 2,200 USD. The Derrickman person is a very responsible job actually, because the Derrickman works in on the monkey boat that is located on very height. The height is from the rig floor is 90 feet height. There is a monkey boat there. This person stands and handles the drilling pipe at the time of tripping, and 25% of his working hour in a day he works in this elevated area in the top area, and rest of the time he works on the downside. And his responsibility also include to assisting the mud engineer in the mud treatment. And his salary range is 1100 to 1400 USD. A floorman is a very responsible and hardworking job. The people work on the rig floor all the time. So floorman is also called the floorhand and roughneck in different locations and companies. The floorman is responsible for safely and efficiently assisting the driller by performing manual labor tasks to support the drill operations and making the pipe connections, the casing connections on the floor. And his salary is 800 to 1000 USD. Roustabout, as I said, the roustabout is entry-level job in rig. We can say the labor of the rig, handyman of the rig, is responsible for the maintain the housekeeping in the rig, and movement of material from warehouse to the other side, assisting for their equipment installation and disassembling and assembling. And he is also responsible and to assist give assistance to the crane operator. His job is very hard working job, all the time in the rig. So his salary range is 600 to 800 USD. And rig HSC officers, this person is very responsible in rig, because this is the person who has to look after, and he's only the responsible for all the safety related issues. He has to train his crew, he has to coach his crew, he has to look after all the hazard and evaluate the risk, and advise the control measures to the rig working crew. He has to ensure that the rig HSC officer has to ensure that the company and client HSA standard has been understood by the rig crew, and it is applied in the daily activities. And he has to ensure that the permit to work system is being implemented at site, and he has to deliver the HSC induction to the new rig crew and service company and visitors. And he has to look after all the safety related issues, and all the operations are being conducted safely. And he has to involve himself in the meeting with the company man and client HSC. And he has to send daily report to his coordinator, HSC coordinator, and as well as to the rig site client HSC advisor and company man. So and he has to ensure the PP compliance is present at the rig site. And whenever every day before the shift is tour started, he has to discuss with the tool pusher about today's operation, and according to the operation he has to prepare the JSA, and he make sure the JSA has been discussed with the rig crew before operation, what operation is going to be conducted. And he has to conduct also the pre-tour safety meeting, and maintain all the training records at rig site. And he has to ensure that all the drills are being conducted on time, and all the records of the drills, for example, the BOP drill, fire drill, H2S drill, trip drill, all the documents are being maintained. So his salary may be 2,500 USD to 4,500 USD. The chief mechanic and mechanic. The chief mechanic works in a day shift, and the mechanic works in the night shift. Chief mechanic and the mechanic, this position is responsible for all the mechanical related maintenance, and the scheduled maintenance, the preventive maintenance, and he's responsible for when the rig move is going to be conducted, to disassemble all the mechanical stuff, mechanical equipment. And after the rig move, when the rig is going to be rigged up in the new well location, so ensure that all the mechanical equipment will be assembled correctly. And he is also responsible for the carry out unscheduled repairs to the machinery and mechanical equipment at the rig site, and as well as the camp. Chief electrician the chief electrician and electrician. The chief electrician works in the day shift and the electrician works in night shift. This position is responsible, this chief electrician is responsible for all the related electrical related maintenance and troubleshooting. So and even he's also responsible for the scheduled maintenance of the electrical equipment and for the unscheduled repair of the electrical appliances and equipment. And this technician, this chief mechanic and chief electrician has to ensure that all the spare parts of their equipments are being maintained in the warehouse and the spare parts are maintained in the inventory, so that at the time of the unscheduled repair of the equipment, this could not be delay. So all the spare parts should be maintained. So his salary may be 3,000 to 4,500 USD per month. And rig material man is responsible for all the materials receiving in the rig side, issuing the material to the rig crew upon the presentation of the material requires his sleep, and he has to maintain the good housekeeping in the rig site store, and he has to take care of the all safety issues, and his salary may be of 1,500 to 2,000 USD. The rig medic, this person is responsible for all the medical related issues, for all the first aid and the injury and ill health related issues, and he has to maintain first aid log sheet, and he has to maintain the inventory of all the required medicine and medical equipment, and his salary may be 1,800 to 2,500 USD. And the last position, we have a mud engineer. This is a senior position. This is also a senior position in the rig, and the mud engineer is responsible for all the mud related activities, the preparation of the mud, and he has to advise what characteristic of the mud will be used, and he has to also advise for the what type of pick will be used, and his salary may be 3,000 to 5,000 USD per month. So thank you very much for your time. And this was a very short intro about the different position and their responsibilities in very brief, and their monthly salary. And very soon I will share all the positions of the rig, their responsibilities, daily roles and responsibilities in a very good way, very comprehensive way. Thank you very much for watching this video.